My puff is making it move on my face. I just figured that out. So it was the bangs the other day. Anyways, I just want to remind us all to beware. And it ain't from no, like, we got to be, like, when I pray, like, don't come over here. Do not come over here. But we still have to be mindful and discerning and all of that. The reason this is coming about is because I'm reminded of what was happening last year. Last year, I was getting infiltrated. Okay, this is important. I was getting infiltrated by some different people who just wanted to be a part of what I had going on. And if that is not truly a destiny connection, then you need to be mindful of that. If you don't know 100% what you're doing and what you're called to do, that's dangerous. And so at that time, I was just trying to run with this and this. Nah, sis, like, God had to you to clearly identify different things to me, right? So that I would not, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I would not, mess up. And so I had to drop a lot of things. It was like I had picked some things up. And it's like, I was never supposed to pick that up. I was supposed to be over here doing that. What am I doing? Okay. So that was one thing. It doesn't always mean that that person is a bad person. But when you know what you're supposed to be doing, you have to focus and you have to execute. Because now, even though it was a good relationship, it seemed like a good relationship, it seemed like a destiny connection, now you got to let it go, because it's like, oh, I wasn't even going over there. But those spirits, especially if they're not healed, especially if they're not where you are on your walk, on your journey, is no knock to them, but you got to be aware of all of that. That can be detrimental to the places that God is taking you, to where he's trying to take you. It can be detrimental to your what you're building. And this is really important for those of us who know who our kingdom spouse is, even if you don't. But I'm emphasizing that because remember, we released a word that said they're trying to sit at the throne with you. That's just not what it is. Your kingdom spouse is two people. It's a man and a woman. You cling to each other and you sit at the throne together, right? So you have to be mindful of that. You can't come and sit at the head of my kingdom with me. You have your own kingdom you're supposed to be establishing. Now, will there be opportunities and times where we collaborate and we work together? Yes, but you have to let God let you know, back to the strike while the iron is hot, when it's that time and that opportunity for y'all to do that, okay? Now, the last thing, this is 1,000% people with horrible intentions. This time last year, I was also, I'm going to just keep it real, getting screwed over. And with my finances, people was playing, people was pretending. All right. Dudes was just trying to be with me. And it was like, I'm trying to do business. Like, first of all, what? And that's when God told me it was some stuff that I'm never going to do until I'm doing it with my kingdom spouse, because he's going to be my oversight and protection in those areas. God not sending me into different things without that. Okay. So be mindful of the opposite sex as well. This could be same sex relationships, friendships, but it could also be the opposite sex, especially because last year I went in a place to where I was even being like loyal like that to God, to my kingdom spouse through God, right? Because it ain't got nothing to do with him, but it's God. And so be mindful of that. They were playing with my money, and you just got to be discerning. And we can be in a place, come on, Holy Spirit, where we're just so hopeful, we're just so excited, and we want things to happen and things to be great. But if we don't have the wisdom and the direction and the guidance and the insight from the Holy Spirit, the enemy will use that excitement and knowing like, yeah, she thinks she finna, and then send people in to infiltrate it, mess it up, mess over your finances, whatever the case may be. So I just want to remind us all to beware. Take everything to God. And if he has you on a mission, on an assignment, you focus on that. Because really the only person we should be worried about is our kingdom spouse at this point of the journey, right? He gonna snake in and it's gonna open a door every single time. I'm struggling the most with this lesson right here. Okay, so I love y'all. That's all I got today. Look at me taking care of my YouTube baby. Hello to all my new subscribers. I love y'all. We're happy to have you here. What it do, Surprise Shawty crew. Like, we really just out here shaking and moving and grooving and doing what God told us to do, but releasing these words that we all need. I love y'all. And to those of you that I talk to on Instagram on a more regular basis, I love y'all. Thank you for the confirmation and all that. And to everybody else, I have way more coming for you too. So I love y'all. Y'all just be blessed and like, let's get it. Let's go.